Hi, and I'm Tom. You might know me from some other MajorTim.space videos. If you don't, I'm Tom, and I'm the Honorary Ambassador for MajorTim.space. And I'm going to be reviewing this Letterbox Lab Investigate Box number 1, which is all about inks. So, let's get on. So it comes with sellotape, and it's sealed, and there's a purple background with lots of science pictures, science words, and on the back there is the warning. It says it's for children 8 and over because there's chemicals in it, so let's get on with it. It might be a bit hard to get it off, but I just got mine started before. Sellotape is hard. Let me just cut it instead. It'll be a lot quicker. Very neatly set out. First you've got a leaflet, which it says some stuff, and it does tell you the link for the online resources, which you will get a password. You'll get an email, and also it'll be on the back of this, down at the spawn bit. And inside this is instructions how to do stuff, and of course safety information. And how to do the experiments. This is what it looked like packed up. So we've got number 1, incredible inks. Number 2, rainbow glasses and rainbow spinners. Number 3, which is a liquid rainbow. Number 4, which is a breathless balloon. Number 5, which is the squirmy ones. And that's that. And it also comes with some scissors. They work quite well. But they are a bit small for, like, me and some other people. These fingers. The holes in them are quite small. So we've got one pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, 5 pairs, 6 pairs of gloves, just in case it just gets messy. And you might want to put them in. This is a piece of card with the spinners on, so they go with the rainbow glasses and spinners. Then you've got this, which I think might go with the inks, but I don't know. This is for the liquid rainbow, and these are the goggles, which they look quite big. Let's just open them up. Oh, no. Then let's just some instructions. They look quite small, but they do fit for me, and you can see quite well through them. And this is the pencil with their web address on it. And then you've got this plastic bottle with a screw lid. And I think this will go with the breathless balloon. And then you've got the badge which says Letterbox Lab Intrepid Investigator Level 1. And that's it for this. And the boxes are quite sturdy. It's quite hard to bend. And I think yeah. And in number 3 it says use your box. And it says store your new lab equipment inside this box, and you can add your collection with every box you receive. You will later turn boxes into a shadow box, a robot hand, and a model of the solar system. And that's that about the box. And it does fit through the letterbox. And in some of the experiments, you will need some water, so make sure you've got that. Now we're going to move on to some of the experiments. And now we're going to open the packs, and it's good because each individual experiment has its own pack. So let's put them over. Let's start with number 1, Incredible Inks. Bit awkward to open. So you've got coloured pens. I'm writing pen. Okay. Got some Skittles. Then we've got this with some salt, some more salt, and not got a clue what that is, but we'll find out probably later. So let's put them back in. And next, number 2, rainbow glasses and rainbow spinners. So okay, you've got this card. Diffraction grating lenses. Okay. Piece of paper. Then you've got glasses itself. Oh, you've got 2 pairs. Oh, one's not got them. Okay. Oh, yeah. Got a spinner. And nothing else. And from the pack, you will need this sheet of paper, which goes with it. So, let's now go toward the next one. Liquid rainbow, number 3. Two lots of white sugar, 2 sauce cups, another 2 sauce cups, another 2 sauce cups, and another 2. more white sugar. Yeah, the same. Oh, it's 3 grams. More recommend, and that's that for this one. And now I am going to open pack number 4, breakfast balloon, which you will need the plastic jar, which comes in the box. Got 2 balloons. You might want to be careful if you're doing it because it has got chemicals in it. This is citric acid, which is this, and this, which is sodium hydrocarbonate. Oh, basically carbonate of soda. And that's all there is for this one. Now let's go on to open the final experiment. Squirry worms, which I've not got a clue what they are. Golden spoons. Then there is chemicals in this. You've got calcium lanthanate, another pack, and sodium alkylate. I think I said that correctly. And that's that for that one. And now I'm going to move on to do the experiments. I've chosen 3, but if we might have some time, I might do the others. And let's go on to do the first experiment, which is number 1, incredible inks. And you will need for this the felted pens, which are in the pack, the chromatography, which is in the petri dish. You'll need the salt. You might want to use these later on. And then you've got the pipette. And from the box, you'll need the mixing bottle, scissors, and the big sheet of chromatography paper. So, it tells you the instructions. So, you need to empty all the salt into the bottle. Just one. Now we need to fill the bottle up with H2O, which is the scientific term for water. And now we need to shake it until the salt disappears. which it has. So now we need to take the chromatography paper out of the petri dish and pour some of the salty water into the petri dish, enough to cover the bottom of it. Yeah. Now we need to get the one strip of the chromatography paper and draw a line in black just 2 centimeters above the bottom. But it doesn't have to be exact. Then you put it in the petri dish. Make sure the ink is not touching the water. Then just let the water go up. Should start moving slowly. And then you could do it with the other two, the blue and yellow strips that they gave you. And you can also use other felt tip pens that you have around your house. So I'm going to show you what it looks like for the blue and yellow as well. So you do the same thing, make sure the ink is not touching the water. And that one's coming up quite quickly. And the black's developed into that. Now we go for the yellow. Pretty much staying the same with yellow as it did with the blue, but the black changed into brown. You might be able to see a thin strip of purple and blue, and yeah. So you could also, let me just take these out. Put them there. You can also draw something on the big sheet of chromatography paper. So I'm just going to draw something. Just draw a happy face. Then you need to cut it out. The scissors have got blunt edges, so they are safe for children. done that, make sure it's able to go on top of the petri dish. Then you need to unscrew the lid of the salty water. Get your pipette, squeeze it, put it in, then release, which then salty water will go into it, and then you just put drops of it in the middle. Which the mouth has started to spread. And that's how it turned out for mine, which now it looks pretty creepy. And that's that experiment, but you can also do it with the sweets. All the different colours hold different colours inside colours, which sounds strange. But that's it for this experiment. So now we need to clean the table, and then we can move on for the next experiment. Now I've cleared the table, now we're going to move on to do the rainbow spinners. You'll need the spinning top, you'll need the scissors, which I won't need because I've already cut them out from the strip. You'll need the pencil, you'll need the felt tips from the Incredible Inks bag for this one. And you'll also need the box because you're going to be poking some holes into the card. So, this is what the spinner looks like when it's just on its own, just spinning. And now we're going to add the mnemonic. First off, we'll start with the light blue, yellow and purple. So you take the box, you put it on, then you need to poke a hole in the middle of it. Then you need to loosen it to make it bigger, and then it's big enough to fit on the spinner. And then this is what happens with this one. And then now with this one you can colour it in and then put it on the breathless balloon. For this you'll need from bag 4 bicarbonate of soda, the citric acid, the balloon, and from the box you'll need a mixing bottle, safety gloves and the goggles, and you'll also need some water. Now, first off, get the mixing bottle, put it open, and then pour about half of the bicarbonate of soda into it. That's all of it. And then you get the water and fill it up to halfway. That's about halfway. Then put the lid on and then shake it for 30 seconds. Once you've done it, the water will look a bit murky. And now, keep it screwed because you might need to check it again because it will settle. Then you need to pour about half of the citric acid into the balloon. You might need an adult to open it because it is hard. That's about half. Let me just add a bit more. There we go. Then put the lid on. Then, because it's settled, as you can see, now you've got to shake it again. I know, that's the bad thing about it. You've got to do it quickly, but carefully. There we go. Now, you might need someone else to hold it, but make sure you've got gloves on, the person who's holding it. Then you need to get the balloon. Get it over the top of the which is very hard to do with the gloves on. These may take a while. Actually, it's better if it's in the middle, the balloon entrance, so then more of it gets into it and it'll create a big one. Now, all you do is flip it upside down and that will start bubbling and will start inflating your balloon. And there you go. Slowly start deflating. And that's still bubbling. Now, we are going to do the online resources for the Letterbox lab. When you get it, there will be an email that will get a link to it, and there will be the password on it. So, let's start off with the online resources. Right. So first off, you've got this. Beyond the Box, Marvelous Mixtures. Welcome to Beyond the Box, everything you need to get started with your latest Investigate box. Plus material that you will even further than the booklet. Scroll through to find downloads, videos, fun facts, and intriguing questions to inspire your child with science. Then you've got the downloads, Key Stage 2 curriculums. So here you've got all this, and it'll tell you what's. Here's 3 and 4, there's 5 and 6. This is year 5 and that's year 3. And then if we scroll down, if you lost your booklet, then you've got another one here. It's basically the same thing, but just online. It's got all the things that are in the booklet, and then you've got the videos, how to do it. Both of these are incredible links, but they're just 2 different ways to do it. This is taking it even further, permanent ink. Then you've got the rainbow glasses, which there's a quiz down here that you can do. And then you've got the rainbow spinners, which is here. And then you've got spinner templates, which is more of them. You've got 1 blank there and 1 blank there. You can do all sorts on them, blank ones. And then you go down to the optical illusion template. Oh, I cannot look at that anymore. That is just way too many things. Does this look like an optical illusion to you? Does it look 3-dimensional? It plays a trick on our brains and feels like we're falling down. So let's move on from that. Then you've got the liquid rainbow, the brilliant breathless balloon. Then you've got how to make a fizzing lava lamp. Then here's squirmy worms. Then here's a person making edible gummy ones. And then here's the recipe. Then that's the liquid rainbow, and it's got the newsletter. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, and contact us where they work, the phone number, and the email address. And then you've got this, the grown-ups cheat sheet, which you will get access from the email. And it's got everything you need to know about them, the password and the online resources link is there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it does go through the letterbox, and the good thing about it is every experiment is in its own little package, and it has a good instruction leaflet. I definitely enjoyed the experiments. Some of them has got enough to do more than one, so you can do the same experiment twice, 3 times, how much until you run out of it. There's a lot of things that you can investigate, and it's quite fun. I get why it's for 8 and over, because it has got chemicals in, and the goggles, it's comfy because this bit is made out of rubber, and they do fit all the glasses. It is worth £25, and I do think it's worth the money. So that's it from me. Bye!